Welcome back, everyone. Meghna will be performing her pieces shortly. But before that, I would like to call on stage Mr. Gulab Singh, Deputy Lieutenant Mr. Gulab Singh, onto the stage to say a few words for the evening, please.
Sat Sri Akal, Namaste, good evening everyone. Firstly, apologies for my being late after another function, but I got in for 5 o'clock and I saw some spectacular dancing that was taking place. Meghna has performed exceptionally well for what I've seen of the performance so far, and the choreographing between her dance movement and this wonderful quartet of artists here performing. It's amazing to see how the dance movement coincide with musical tunes, and that's really is appreciated and skill. But I think it's really important for the work that's happening in Lancashire and Preston, predominantly around maintaining our heritage. It's really important that we constantly keep a vigil around the heritage that we have. It sets our values, it sets our principles and our outlook, and shapes our character. And I think it's really, really important that the younger generations, and I'm really pleased, we're very blessed in Preston that we got Abhinandan's dance group in Preston, and training and supporting so many young people into the art of the Indian culture. And I hope that will continue, and we, involved in organising the Mela program, give these young people a platform to perform. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would like to call on stage Meghna's teachers. They are German teachers, Dr. Peter Halstead and Mrs. Anka Dahl.
Good evening, namaste, guten Abend. I'm Anka Dauer. I'm head of German at Lancaster Girls Grammar School, and I was Meghna's German teacher for several years. In my time at LGGS, I have come across many students, but once you've met Meghna, you won't forget her in a hurry. Her positive energy, her intelligence, and her kindness make her stand out from the crowd. In her German classes, she always gave 100%. She didn't just have a talent and a flair for languages, she worked so hard to perfect everything she did. She asked endless questions, but she was also extremely creative, and even now I use some of her work as examples for current students. Her efforts did not stop in the classroom though. For instance, she participated in a German competition when she was in year 9, I think. And when I say she participated, I mean she won it. She and her family were subsequently invited to go to Oxford for a prize giving by Michael Vapergo, the poet laureate at the time. And just this last week, I was reminded of her generous contribution to life at LGGS when we celebrated the rich cultural diversity at our school through language, food, music, art, and of course dance. One of the highlights for me are the Bollywood workshops and shows that Meghna and her friends, I think quite a few of them are here tonight, ran, or still run, for younger students and for some older teachers. Right. During the workshops, I could see that Meghna was not only a gifted student and a graceful dancer, but also a rather bossy teacher. I'm excited to see what else Meghna has in store for us tonight and maybe, throughout her life. And I'm absolutely sure that whatever life throws at her, she will turn it into something beautiful.
And I took over when I first met Meghna when she was in year 11. Her regular teacher was off school, and I used to teach at LGGS, and then I came back and stood in, and I was impressed by the whole class. But one or two pupils, including Meghna, stood out. they were talented, they were inquisitive, and they were keen to excel. So when I was approached the following year to help out with a problem, I was delighted to do so. The problem was Meghna wanted to study 3 A-levels for medicine, but she also wanted to continue to study German, which was great, but that wasn't possible on the school timetable. So it was going to have to be scheduled out of school, and there were 2 students who wanted to do that, one of whom was Meghna. The mum of the other girl was a GP, and amazingly, she invited us to use one of her surgery rooms for teaching purposes. So it was all a bit strange that it wasn't ideal and it was a little bit weird, but it kind of worked for the first year of A-level, that we actually conducted the lessons after school in a GP surgery. The second year was more conventional and lessons happened in free periods during school, but what all of that meant was Meghna needed to show total commitment on top of an already demanding A-level schedule to enter medical school. And you won't be surprised to hear that Meghna rose to the challenge. She never fell behind, she progressed well, she always had a good sense of humour, which she needed with me as a teacher. And she asked many demanding questions and achieved a deserved A grade at the end of the course, which was really a tribute to her hard work and commitment. So she really was a pleasure to teach. She's a talented linguist as well as a talented dancer. So if in the future, when she becomes a doctor, any German speakers fall ill in her vicinity, I'm sure they'll receive top treatment.
Thank you very much. Can I call Meghna's friend, Rebecca Jacob, to say a few words, please?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rebecca, and I am also one of Abiyanti's students, a junior to Meghna. From when I first started dance, I would always hear about Meghna, one of the senior-most students of Abiyanti, and 11-year-old me was always so keen to watch her dance. I didn't know her well back then, but I already admired her for the amazing dancer she was and hoped to reach that level one day. Then, fast forward a year or so, and there I was, sat in her bedroom talking for hours, as if we'd known each other forever. It's safe to say we were an instant hit. That 4-year age gap had nothing on us. Since then, she was more than just a senior at dance class. I still remember some dance classes when Abiyanti asked Meghna to teach us Jyotiswaram, one of the complex dances Meghna performed today. After watching her for about 5 minutes, it was clear she came out of the womb doing Kuchipudi. Her coordination, tied with her gifted rhythm, made Jyotiswaram look like a piece of cake, which for those of you who have learned it will know it certainly isn't. As well as being a great dancer and role model, she's also one of my closest friends, a sister even. I mean, I'm basically part of the family anyway. I'm pretty sure I see Rangpravesham Smith auntie more than her sister Sneha does at this point. Even with her busy uni schedules, she has always made time to talk to me, answer all my questions, and has always been there to offer that sisterly advice. Her advice is like her dancing, always on point. Recently, I also had the opportunity to do a duet with Meghna. We've done several Bollywood dances together, but this was our first Kuchipudi dance, and her knowledge of classical dance was truly inspiring. As well as choreography, she taught me the meaning and theory behind each step. She perfected my footwork and shaped me to be a better dancer. And I believe one of the best qualities a dancer can have is the ability to share their art with everyone. So thank you, Meghna, for sharing your exceptional talent with us. It really is mesmerizing to watch you. And thank you for giving me this chance. I hope you know how much I appreciate you and how proud I am of you. And who knows, maybe you'll be making a speech at my Rangpravesham one day.
Thank you, Rebecca. I now call Meghna's friend, Hassan, to say a few words and also introduce the next dance piece, please.
Hello and good afternoon, everyone. For those who haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet, my name is Hassan, and I have the honor and privilege of calling Megs one of my closest friends. I first met Megs 3 years ago at the very first day of university at an Indian dance event. So it seems fitting and ironic that I should be giving this speech all these years later at the biggest dance event of her life. Megs and I may be different in some ways. She's a graceful, poised classical Indian dancer, while I dance more like Michael Jackson, so to say. If Michael Jackson was flat-footed, wearing high heels, and wheelchair bound, that is. One thing that always amazes me about Megs is how bubbly she is and the energy she brings to everything. I can rely on her to bring the energy for anything, for me personally, for just about anything. For example, from one of many late night study sessions at university to attending an event I would otherwise feel too tired to. She's like a walking can of Red Bull, minus the wings and the caffeine. It's this energy and enthusiasm that she brings to her dance as well that makes it so, so good. Despite me knowing little about Indian classical dance, I feel moved by the enthusiasm she shows through her dance and her facial expressions, and I feel like this may be the same for others in the audience. I'm truly, truly happy and grateful that I've got to see the side of Megs, a side both different and alike to the Megs I've always known, her kuchipudi dancing side. Learning about kuchipudi through her has given me an appreciation of how skillful and culturally important this art form is. And I can't wait to see what her and the rest of the event has in store for us. Thank you. I would now like to introduce the next dance item. Composed between the 11th and 14th centuries, Bhama is one of the most popular dance numbers even today. It portrays the story of Satyabhama, the most amorous consort of Lord Krishna and the heroine of this number. Bhama is based on the myriad of emotions felt by the charming and self-assured queen, ranging from pride to anguish. Satyabhama considers herself more superior and beautiful than the other wives of Krishna. She is swollen with pride of her beloved Krishna's love and devotion, yet she yearns for the reunion with her lover, distressed over the distance from her lord. This dance drama highlights the dominance of a strong feminine character in Kuchipudi. It is invariably the dream of every Kuchipudi artist to dance in the role of Satyabhama at least once in their lifetime. This piece will be followed by an episode of Vachika Abhinaya, which involves a verbal dialogue spoken by the dancer whilst maintaining character, which in this case is none other than Satyabhama. The ragam of this piece is Bhairavi and the talam is Misra Chapu. Thank you.
Evie, do you mind coming to the stage for a second, please?
Satyabhama, I am the most beautiful woman in this whole kingdom. I am the daughter of Satrajit, the king of this empire. Among the 16,000 Gopikas, I am the chosen one by Krishna. I am the perfect match for him, both in beauty and in brains. But I haven't seen Krishna in a while. Where is Krishna? Vamshyana, have you seen Krishna?
No, I've not seen him in a while.
Shantaji, have you seen Krishna? Sorry. Have any of you seen Krishna? What was that? I didn't quite hear that. Where on earth is Krishna? It's been so long since I've seen him. I don't know where he is or what he's doing. Is he even thinking of me? I have an idea. Let me call my close friend, Madhavi. Madhavi? Madhavi? Madhavi, where are you? Madhavi, there you are.
I'm here.
Madhavi, please come.
Oh, what's it now? My God.
Madhavi, look at you. You look so handsome today.
Oh,
Just look at your face. It's glowing. Just like the moon.
oh, what's happening, Satyabhama? What do you want from me now this time?
Madhavi, do you know where Krishna is?
He was here a few days ago. Abhi, was he not here a few days ago?
He was, yes.
Now, what did you do to disappear again?
Well, Krishna was here a few days ago.
Yeah.
And,
go on. Huh?
my Krishna,
Yeah, I know.
he was here just a few days ago.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And he showed me the most beautiful flower on this earth. And he said to me, Satyabhama, who is more beautiful, this flower or me?
Isn't that a very simple question to answer? Did Swami ask you this one? It's very simple, isn't it?
I suppose it is. So, I looked at the flower, and I looked at Krishna, and I said neither.
Oh.
I said I'm the beautiful one.
Not again. I told you many times, it's not about you all the time, Satyabhama. It's not about you. And look, now Krishna has disappeared again. Oh.
Madhavi, will you go get Krishna for me, please?
Oh, don't start me on this again. I've done that million times for you. I'm not doing it again. No.
Madhavi,
No,
one last time.
no, don't try it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I've done it many times.
Madhavi, look at my earrings. Would you like them?
No. I'm not doing it again. More than no.
Madhavi, what about my bangles? These would look so good on you.
No, 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 no. I'm not falling for any of those this time, okay? I'm not doing it. I said to you.
My belt. Look at it. It's so royal.
Seriously? Huh? No, no, I've done it a million times. No, I'm not doing it again. No, 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 I said no, 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 I can't do it.
Just to give you all a little more information about Pamakalapam, Kuchipudi is a dance drama tradition. So what you have seen now is an excerpt of a dance drama, which back in those days used to go on for 9 days. The Bhamakalapam was performed over 9 nights to explain the audience about Satyabhama. Kalapam means a narrative or a dance drama, and Bhamakalapam is a Natya aspect. Natya means dance drama, which was the first Kuchipudi Yakshagana written by Sithendra Yogi. Satyabhama is a Swadhina Patika. Is there any Swadhina Patika in the audience? Swadhina Patika is a wife who likes to have control on her husband. Now you can answer my question. Vamshikar wants to see if anyone's raising their hands for this. I'm the first one. So, Satyabhama is a very beautiful lady, and she's quite aware of that. She's arrogant. She's a daughter of Satyajit, who is the king of the empire. She's proud. She's great at archery. At the same time, she's quite insecure and possessive about her husband. So, Bhamakalapam is a beautiful, nowadays it's done for 3 hours. It's a beautiful piece where the characteristics of Satyabhama's strong female character is portrayed. Another very important aspect is Kuchipudi is a male dance tradition. It started with the Bhagavata Melas performing all the dances, even the female characters. And that's how it has been historically done. Later on, a lot of women have taken up Kuchipudi and they have performed. Madhavi, the character that you've seen, is the Sutradhara. It's a very important character in this particular Kalapam because Madhavi is a link between Satyabhama and Krishna. So looking at it philosophically, it's a very elusive character, which is a link between Jivatma, Satyabhama, and Paramatma, Krishna. And it can be portrayed by a male or a female character. And because Kuchipudi is a male dance tradition, and we had a wonderful Madhavi here with us, we were able to, Pratapji was able to bring to life Madhavi's character, who is a close confidant of Satyabhama. At the same time, he shows her her place and tells her that this is not right. You should be welcoming Krishna into your life. I'll just finish it with just one little thing. Vachika Abhinaya, that is expressing through words, is a very unique aspect of Kuchipudi. No other Indian classical dance forms have got this aspect to it. And we've just shown on a lighter note the Vachika Abhinaya to you all. I hope you've enjoyed it.
In this next item, the dancer describes the beauty of Ranganatha, a reclining form of Hindu deity, Lord Vishnu, and the chief deity of Sri Rangam temple in South India. This song tells that even 1,000 eyes cannot perceive all of his brilliance. The song describes the churned affection that blossoms in the heart of his wife Lakshmi. Lord Ranganatha wears shining golden clothes and a garland of tulsi flowers as he watches over 3 worlds. It tells of the beauty of his consort Sri Lakshmi. Her face, her smile are so beautiful that even the bees stare in wonder. The dancer demonstrates the Vishwarupam of Lord Vishnu, his magnificent form that encompasses all god heads and avatars. This dance is in Ragam Ramapriya and set to Adi Talam. This will be followed by Mangalam. Mangalam is performed in a spirit of gratitude to the Guru, esteemed musicians, and the audience seeking their blessings and showing gratitude. I now request Meghna's Guru, Abhinandana Kolanda, to present Natya Rasmai, titled to Meghna on her successful completion of Rangpravesham. Can I also request Srimati Asha Lata, Abhinandana's mother, and a repeated company to present a volunteer, please. After that fabulous performance, I'm sure we are all waiting to hear Meghna's speech. Meghna, can we have you on the stage, please?
Hi everyone, I hope you enjoyed my performance. I want to start by thanking you all for coming today to support me in this milestone in my dance journey. It honestly means the world to me. Since I was young, I've always dreamt about completing my Rangpravesham, and I would like to thank my parents for making that a reality. I wouldn't be here without them today, their support, their patience, and their time. I would like to thank my mum, both for today's performance and all the performances I've ever done. I couldn't have done any of this without her. From bickering when doing my hair and makeup to helping me out with costume changes, she's honestly been there every step of the way. One thing I will say though, for the past couple of months, I feel like I've been wrapped in bubble wrap by my mum. I've not been allowed to go to the gym, I've not been allowed to ride my bike, in the worry that I'll break a leg before this performance. And of course, my dad. Dads often go unnoticed when it comes to dance, or often aren't as involved as the mums are, but that's not true at all. Whether it's dropping me after dance class or coming for my performances, my dad has always supported me throughout everything. Also, I know that being up on stage isn't his cup of tea, so I really appreciate him being up here with me. I can't forget my sister, Sneha. Although she didn't join me in the dance field, she's never missed a single one of my performances, and it means so much that she is here with me today. I'm so grateful that my grandparents are here today, all the way from India. They've watched me dance from the moment I could walk, and it means so much that they could be here to watch me. My dad's parents couldn't make it, unfortunately, but I'm sure they would have loved to be here. Abhi Auntie's mother, Asha Auntie, is here today, also from India. It has been an absolute pleasure to dance in front of you, a fellow classical dancer. I'd also like to say a special thanks to Santosh Chechi, another fellow classical dancer. She couldn't be here today, unfortunately, but she's here in spirit. The pot that I danced on earlier belongs to her, her prized possession, and she was kind enough to lend it to me. So thank you, Chechi. I also would like to do a shout out to Rohit, who filmed the video that was played earlier where I talked about my dance journey. So thank you for doing that, and thank you for all your support. A Rangpravesham isn't just about dance, it's also about music, and this show couldn't have been possible without our incredible musicians. This is my first time dancing to live music, and it's been challenging yet exhilarating. I remember Abhi Auntie telling me once, "You're not dancing for the musicians, Meghna, they're playing for you." The first time I met Vamshiana, he told me to immerse myself in the music and dance like there's nobody watching, and that's honestly been the best advice for me. The nobody watching part, since I'm basically blinded by these lights. But that was the best advice, so thank you. And of course, the incredible Vijay Anna on the flute, an instrument I've always wanted to play. Vijay Anna, I could honestly listen to you play all day, it's that beautiful. And where do I even begin with Pratap Anna? I've never met anyone with more energy than this guy. I wish I could have had some of his energy when I was dancing. I could see him from the corner of my eye, smiling, practically laughing because he was enjoying the music that much. And I'm sure you'll all agree, he absolutely smashed the role of Madhavi. So thank you for your spectacular performance today. You've really brought my dancers to life, and it's been an honor performing with you. I think we make a pretty good team. I'd like to say a special thanks to all of my friends, both from Preston and Leeds. Can I hear the Preston lot, please? Leeds, can you top that? All of you guys have been with me through thick and thin, and it honestly means so much that you're all here today. I know many of you have travelled a long way, and most of you have uni and placement tomorrow morning, so I hope your little road trip to Blackpool was worth experiencing this version of me which you've never seen before. Finally, I'd like to thank the person who has prepared me for this event, the person who I owe my love for Kuchipudi to. These last 6 months have been an absolute roller coaster of a journey, and I've loved every minute of it. I've loved our rehearsals, I loved being interrupted by her younger son Rayanj every 10 minutes, and I loved the never-ending supply of cake and bananas after intense rehearsals. Kuchipudi isn't just a hobby for me, it is one of the biggest parts of my life, and it has shaped me into the person I am today. It has allowed me to express myself through the art of dance, and without it, I wouldn't have the confidence to speak in front of you all today. The dancer I am today, I owe that partly to myself, my friends, my family, and everyone who has ever supported me. But most of all, I owe it to Abhi Auntie. Being an amazing dancer is one thing, but being able to teach and pass on that talent to another person is so much more. Abhi Auntie isn't just the pearl of Hyderabad, she is also an absolute gem to me. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Namaste. Honorable Deputy Mayor and Mayoress of Blackpool, dignitaries, and my dear friends. Once again, a very good evening. It has been extremely enriching last few weeks, completely immersed in Kuchipudi dance, music, rhythm, literature. It's a wonderful space for an artist to be in, thanks to these wonderful musicians. And Meghna was my partner in this journey, absorbing and assimilating every bit of this experience. Meghna is a girl with a golden heart. She's my first student, or rather, my first dance daughter. From the days where she used to hop on my breakfast table and wait for my dosas, to her baking some delicious brownies for me, we have come a long way. She's a girl who dances perfectly when no one's watching her as well. That's a characteristic of a passionate artist. And like rightly said by her German teachers, she has a million questions. But she never questioned my decisions. So a characteristic of an obedient and a trusting student. She has internalized Kuchipudi dance at many levels, be it core technique, abhinaya, or the peripheral skill set that contributes to an all-rounded personality. Not just today's performance, but today's event management has great involvement from Meghna in terms of writing the comparing script, flow of the program, the videos behind, to name a few. In a normal scenario, when a child leaves to the university, that fades out the dancing journey for various reasons. Meghna did take 3 years break when she went to the university, but I knew that her heart was yearning for dance. And like she mentioned, this has been a dream for Meghna, and I'm delighted to be a part of your dream, Meghna. Not to forget the pot. She had probably just about 10 days to practice on the pot because she had to go back to the university. So I want to thank Santosh Nair for letting us use her pot. And well done, Meghna. Yes. I want to congratulate the proud parents, Ranjit and Smita. Thank you for recognizing this talent in Meghna and supporting her passion for dance. Smita, we had some absolutely memorable and funny moments in preparation for this day, so I'll cherish them. And thanks to the grandparents for coming to support Meghna. My father called me a couple of days back and he asked me, have the Trimurtis arrived? And I was wondering, it's Navratri time, what is this Trimurtis all about? Then I was a bit confused. And I realized that he was talking about these Trimurtis. They are truly Trimurtis because they create magic, they preserve the pristineness of the art form, and then they destroy anything that's negative. So thank you, Vamshi Garu. Thank you, Pratap Garu. And thank you, Vijay Garu. And Pratap Garu has shown his hidden side as well today. Madhavi is quite a dicey character, and when we sat together and spoke, he said, I'm going to do it. So, and he just didn't do it, he improvised it and made it very entertaining. Thank you very much. The support I have always received from Gujarat Hindu Society in all these years is absolutely invaluable. Grateful for their association. Mr. Gulab Singh from Preston City Mela is here. He has created and discovered many platforms and collaborations, mainstream cultural organizations and educational settings to showcase the richness of South Asian art forms to the wider community. So I thank Mr. Gulab Singh for the opportunities you have given Abhinandana Dance Academy. Was here, the chairperson of Preston City Mela. Thanks for his support to the local talent, and thanks for taking some snippets today to include it in the larger South Asian community video. My association with Blackpool Sixth Form College dates back to 2007, and this is undoubtedly my favorite venue with brilliant hospitality and support from staff. Carl, Joe, Evie, James, thank you very much. The last Rangpravesham and this one meant a lot to us, so you have made it happen with all your sincere efforts. Thank you very much. And not to forget our dear friend Vinay for looking after the technical aspects. I didn't have to think about it at all. I'll only take another minute. It's very taxing, it's very intense, and it's very busy time when we are preparing for something as big. And it would have been impossible without presence of my mother, who has completely looked after my tantrums and all the other stuff. So thank you very much. And if we have to do professionally, especially outside the house, it's extremely important to have good support and help from your partner, be it husband, wife, family especially. So thank you, Praful. Thank you, Ahad. And thank you, Reyansh. He broke his arm a couple of weeks back, but he's still here to cheer for us. Thank you, Reyansh. So we had 22 Kuchipudi performances, the latest being at Blackpool Tower Ballroom, and 5 girls successfully finishing their grade 5 Anklet Pujas, and 2 Rangpraveshams this year. So it's a wrap. We are taking baby steps in creating a community of next generation Kuchipudi dancers in UK. Thank you for always being with us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Abhinandana. We are honoured here to have the presence of Deputy Mayor and Mayoress of Blackpool with us today. May I request the Deputy Mayor of Blackpool, Councillor Peter Hunter, to say a few words, please.
Hello everyone. I haven't prepared anything, but I'd just like to say and congratulate, sorry, the name again, please. Meghna. I'd like to congratulate Meghna. It must take an enormous effort to perform in front of so many people for so long and to remember everything, every little piece of choreography and every little bit of movement, which to some extent, I suppose, is prompted by the music and that. But it must be it's really remarkable. Apart from which, it's the fitness aspect as well. It obviously emanates from a real passion, a real zeal, a real love of the subject of dance, which of course, emanates from the spiritual side of things as well. We mustn't forget that, obviously, because that is where it comes from in the first place. So can I say, Meghna, you've done absolutely magnificently. And hearing about you as well, a medical student, you'll probably be a doctor in a few years' time. I mean, if you're half as good a doctor as you are a dancer, then you'll be a specialist within a few years of that. But, I mean, a German student as well, but to pack all that in, obviously you are a very, very talented person, and a person who gives 200% to every single thing that you do. So thank you for such a wonderful performance, for such a wonderful and enjoyable afternoon. And if I can say on behalf of Blackpool Council, people have said to me, thank you for coming. No, thank you for inviting us, as a representative. As a representative of Blackpool Council, I am proud to be here. I'm proud to be here to support you, as indeed the Mayor herself would be if she hadn't had another engagement today. But I'm here instead, second best deputy mayor and that. But as I was saying to the deputy lieutenant over there, who I met for the first time earlier today, he tends to cover events in Preston and that. It is a privilege, actually. It's a privilege on behalf of the municipality and that to be here today and to share in this wonderful celebration. So thank you once again, thank you a million, and all the very best for the future in all your studies, medical and everything else that you do as a teacher now, as a teacher in this art form. Thank you very much.
We would like to invite Meghna's Guru, Abhinandana, on the stage, please. We'd like to present a gift of thanks to you, please.
I also have a little gift of my own for Abhiyanti. I've got a gift. You don't know how hard it's been keeping this a secret for the last 6 months. I almost gave it away so many times, but... And Abhiyanti, she's been asking my mom behind my back, Smita, what is it, what is it? So this is something I painted as a tribute to you. Shiva is the epitome of dance, and all dancers bow down to him for blessings. My main inspiration for this painting was none other than Abhiyanti, specifically the Shiva dance I performed today, which was choreographed by her. I absolutely love the choreography for this dance, and I think it depicts Shiva perfectly. You taught me to represent Shiva in dance, and this painting shows my gratitude to you. When I painted this, I wanted to portray myself as the dancer, and in my eyes, I would place you, Abhiyanti, as Shiva.
That's Meghna's signature pose. Yeah. Thank you, Meghna. It's very touching and overwhelming. Thank you.
Can I also please invite our musicians on the stage, please? Pratap Ramachandra, Mr. Vamshi Krishna Vishnudas, and Mr. Vijay Venkat, On behalf of the esteemed musicians, can I please request Sri Vamsi Krishna to say a few words, please?
Namaskaram. Good evening to everybody. This is not something that we're used to because we are never asked to talk. Somebody talks about us, and all the esteemed guests have spoken such beautiful words. But as a member of this team, I just would like to address a few things which are not often known to the general audience. So what goes behind the scenes and what goes into this humongous presentation of art form. First of all, congratulations to Meghna. She's been so beautiful on the stage and she did everything with a lot of grace. I want to say that word grace again. That's the first thing that I said to her when I saw her first time in the rehearsal. And I've been working with dancers for about 20 years now. That's something that I believe in. Any art form, I mean, I shouldn't be talking about dance much when somebody like Shanta Rauji is sitting in the audience. I may have to answer so many things to her later on, otherwise. I would say dance is all about grace. Any art form, any dance form, whether it be Western, Eastern, anything, she was full of grace. And in the rehearsals, that's something that I said to Abhigar after first piece itself, after seeing it. She's naturally so graceful. Everything falls in line, everything's so clean, tidy, neat. And the other thing is, I think I sent this message to her mom after I've seen the first rehearsal. I hope she remembers. There are two must-have qualities for a good dancer. Again, I'm not saying for a dancer, for a good dancer, which is they should enjoy dance while they're dancing. They should enjoy themselves when they are dancing. And I saw both those qualities when Meghna was dancing. She was so immersed and she was so happy when she was dancing. And I can see a lot of involvement and commitment. I mean, it's a rare thing to see at this level because it's her first professional full-length performance. So it did feel like that when we were in the rehearsals. And I'm saying all these words on behalf of the musicians team. Yeah. So I'm saying their words too. And that thing aside, everybody talks about dance music. I'm not going to talk about music at the moment. But in terms of the art form, I would like to mention a few things. Abhi ji is one of the sweetest dancers that I had ever worked with. She's genuinely sweet. I said grace a few times already. She's very graceful. And I think she's rubbing that thing on to all her students, I guess. So it's not easy. So like Meghna said, she's been learning music for more than 10 years, 12 years, whatever. So it's not what you see here. It's so much which goes into it to help these people put this thing together and present it to you all. So I would like to address one notion that we had a few conversations with Abhigaru, like how art form is in this part of the world and what are the challenges, difficulties. Whether it be in UK or in the Western world or in India as well, being a musician, I hear this a lot. When you say, okay, why don't you encourage your child? They have it in them, you know. Oh no, academics are important. You know, these are all just for passion, you know, just for hobbies, they're fine, music and dance. But no, they have to focus on their academics. Of course, academics are important. Let me point at one thing. They were reading our biographies, right? Like the artist introductions. Pratap ji, you know, he who was playing, he is an engineer by qualification. And Vijay Garu, he holds an MPhil degree in anthropology and he has got a couple of masters in music. And same thing goes with Abhigar. And I did my master's in financial management and I quit my career in finance to be a musician. Okay, So music and dance is not just about profession. I mean, when we were learning music or dance, we never thought that we'd take it as profession. But things take us somewhere, there's a calling in things. And let me add one more thing. I have kids, I have taught so many kids. She's been spending a lot of time in dance. Obviously, otherwise she can't put up a performance like this. And she's doing her medicine third year. What else we need to talk about? And I sang for Ritika several years ago when she was a 12-year-old girl, and she has been spending a lot of time in dance, and she's doing medicine. And Aditi, that I had sung for a couple weeks ago here, she is also doing medicine. So I would say these things would complement their academics and they'd help them excel in their academics. The qualities that they learn by pursuing an art form like this, perseverance, concentration, hard work, I mean, being a quality of being industrious towards something and achieving targets, goals, whatever. I'm saying this because there must be a lot of students and their parents here. So you don't know, you have to give in time, you have to invest time into it, and you have to believe in the art form, and you have to believe in the teacher, and you have to believe in your child and allow them. You don't get quick results. But see, when the result comes out, it will be like Meghna. So, so I would say academics are never going to be a hurdle to, music or fine arts can never be a hurdle to music. I can mention names of 100 musicians who are excellent in academics and who have got great qualifications from greatest universities in the world, but they're pursuing music or dance as their careers. So for their careers. So please support a brilliant teacher like Abhigaru, who is here, and she's so giving. She's so giving, and she's very calm. She never panics, and she's so caring. And in a place like Preston, and very ancient art form like Kuchipudi, she is really, really preserving it, and she's sharing it with our people. So brilliant people like the esteemed Deputy Mayor Mayoress and Gulab Singh ji and Shanta Ravji. I know that you're all supporting her in many, many ways, and I would like you to support more. And the parents have to take more initiative and support this art form, and it is going to give them huge results. And I'm not going to take more of your time that I'm being a boring here. But I would like to thank Abhiji from the bottom of my heart for bringing us together here and giving me an opportunity to share the stage with these lovely big brothers of mine, Pratapna and Vijay Garu. We've been working together, we've been working professionally, but when I share the stage with such people, I get to learn so much. I personally, hand on my heart, I get to learn so much, and I take it as an honor to share the stage with these people. And she said positivity. So they cut out negativity and think about positivity. It's all about that. We go through so much mentally, physically, dancers and musicians, because it's just like walking on a thin string. A second, you lose your concentration or you get distracted, things could fall out of equation. It's very, very difficult. But when you have such people on either sides of you, I was feeling a little under the weather today, but if it was not for these two today, I would have not been able to sing. So they're such brilliant musicians, and they're very infectious. They're highly infectious. So with their brilliance and positivity, they'll make other people be much better than what they usually are. So thanks so much for making me a part of such a beautiful evening. And also, every time I come home, I said this to Abhijit, it's like coming home. We feel at home, and Abhigaru and her family makes us feel that way, whether it be Abhijit's mom and our rockstar Praful here. We have a great time with him. Thanks to everybody, and once again, I apologize for taking this much time in the presence of somebody like Shanta Ravji and talking about dance and music. I should have not done that much. But thanks so much for being a part of this, and thanks so much for giving me the mic and asking me to talk today. Thank you.
I just want to acknowledge the presence of Shantaji. I think I missed saying it in my speech. Thank you. She's our lucky mascot and she's always there to support. Lorraine, thank you very much for being here to review the performance. Thank you.
I would like to have Mrs. Asha Lataji on the stage as well, please. We would like to felicitate you as well, madam. Please come on the stage. Can I also request Deputy Lieutenant Mr. Gulab Singh ji, please come on the stage. Hello everyone. Wow. I'm just going to say a few words. I won't take long about Abhi and me. You obviously have heard a lot, but this is just some light-hearted chat, really. If I were to describe Abhi, the two words that come to my mind are calm and composed. Oh, actually, there's a third one, confident. And if I were to outline Meghna, my dear daughter, it would go along the lines of giddy, giggly, and let's worship. When Abhi came into my life, our life, many years ago at a Diwali celebration, Meghna was only 5 years old, a little girl of 5. Since then, her presence in Meghna's life, through its ebb and flow, has sculpted her into this young woman she now is. Thank you, Abhi, for that. Meghna looks up to Abhi as an inspirational role model, and she hopes to follow her footsteps and pass on her passion for Kuchipudi to others. Abhi has always been more than a teacher to Meghna. She has taken keen interest in Meghna's personal life and interests, and I believe Abhi has experienced through Meghna's life the life of a little girl and a young woman growing up in the UK. And Abhi has always welcomed Meghna to her home, almost like a family. She's like an older sister to Ahan and Reyansh, and she cherishes watching their mischief. Their relation is never short of fun and frolic. Let me round off by saying that I find myself extremely lucky to have Abhi in my daughter's life and my own. Long may our friendship and fellowship continue. Thank you. I'm just going to continue with a few words, a vote of thanks. Okay. No event comes together without the support of a vast network of people, and it's definitely true in this case. First and foremost, I would like to thank Blackpool Sixth Form College for giving us the opportunity to gather here today. It's truly a magnificent venue. All the members of the staff here, Carl, Evie, Simon, James, and Joe, who's not here today, they have been extremely helpful and accommodating. Thank you to you. We're extremely talented to have the Trimurti, the talented, accomplished musicians who are here today. You took us to a different world of music altogether. Thank you for making this event extra special. Thank you very much. Our warm gratitude to the IP support group. The person behind the magical stage lighting is Vinay. I can't thank you enough, Vinay. Vinay, can I please request you to come on stage and accept a gift as my token of gratitude? Vinay? Just be careful of the stairs. Thank you, Vinay. Thanks. Thanks a lot. A big shout out to the decorator Manisha, who has created such a beautiful backdrop for this event. Thank you, Manisha. Sonal is the caterer today, who has arranged an array of delicious food for this evening. A big thanks to Sonal. Thank you, Martin, for the efficient videography and photography. And my heart is full when I thank my parents who are here today with us. My dear mom, who has so effortlessly, who's been running my home so effortlessly in the past few weeks. Her endless energy never ceases to surprise me. Thank you, Amma. My dad, what can I say about my dad? My dad has been involved in each and every aspect of planning and preparation of this event. I am not lying, I'm not joking here. And he's a very important person in Meghna's life. Thank you, Acha, for being my biggest support. Thank you. And thank you to Sneha, Meghna's sister, whom many people don't know about. She's my bundle of joy. I'm not supposed to use that term, but she is my bundle of joy. She's been my big help and support through this journey, very silently and quietly in the background. She has exceptional skills and patience in return gift wrapping, which you will soon find out. Sorry if I've neglected you, Sneha, in these past few weeks. I'll be concentrating more on you from now. Thank you, my dear one. And next is Ranjit, my companion in this whole journey through its thick and thin. Thank you, man. Thank you. Now, I just want to speak a few words about some friends and their selfless help and support to me throughout. I'm grateful for their energy. Where are they? Energy, enthusiasm, and dedication. Here, I'm talking about you guys, Jesse and Jacob, Shreya and Rakesh, and my dear friend Mukul, who did the comp here today, Basu and Krishna, Prem and Binu. Thank you, Prem. Sharda and Lakshmi Narayan, Sirisha, Sudha, Snigdha, and the younger ones, Rebecca, Mriga, Tia, Kavya. You guys made my mission a lot smoother. Thank you. Now, a collective thank you to all the invited guests who spoke today. Thank you for your kind and inspiring words. And now the audience, oh my goodness, you have been the best. You've been the best. I have to say a big thank you to all. You've been amazing. Thank you. I hope I have not missed out anybody, so it's not intentional. Okay. I cannot end this speech without saying a big thank you to the God Almighty for making this event and just letting it go so smoothly and blessing this occasion. Thank you. Thank you. That brings me to the end of vote of thanks, and I guess it's now time for dinner. Just like before, there'll be two exits. Please, the back half use the back exit, and the other half use the front exit. Because it's Navratri, a lot of us are vegetarians, so we have two counters. One for the vegetarian, it's labeled, and the other for the non-veg. There's a scrapbook that's being circulated. Please write a few words supporting Meghna. Okay, it's dinner time now. Thank you very much for the. Thank you.
Which